Good morning and welcome to the Zach Ratliff Show. I'm Zach. Thanks for being with me. I'm glad to be with you, and let's rock and roll today. First of all, I'd like to thank Mortgage Financial Services here in Texarkana for being with us. I'd like to thank Elmwood Custom Goods for being a sponsor, and I'd like to thank Church on the Rock, Texarkana, for being our sponsors. Without them, this show in this format wouldn't be possible, and all the improvements you're seeing and hearing wouldn't be possible. So, thanks to them. Reach out, and you can go to the Zach Ratliff Show Facebook page and find their links, or you can quick internet search through DuckDuckGo or whoever your search engine is. You can find them that way. Elmwood Custom Goods created the sign that's behind me, and it's awesome and it's huge. And then so if you're looking for, they from cabinets to signs to all kinds of stuff, man, they're doing good work up there. So thank them. And then Mortgage Financial Services, they're a mortgage company here in Texarkana and in our area, and man, they do good stuff. And so give them a shout if you're in the house market. So there you go. And then Church on the Rock, it's my home church, and I just appreciate the honesty, and they're not afraid to preach the Bible. And if you've been listening any amount of time, that's what I try to stick by. Now I'm a sinner, sin every day. I'm not proud of it, but it's the situation I'm in. So anyway, so thank you to those sponsors. All right, I'm going to jump right in today, which I guess I say that every day. I don't have anywhere else to jump. Here's the deal. In our local area, and I say that because we have a lot of people listening that, aren't in Texarkana. We have the Red River Army Depot. It's a big Army. It's a big depot. They're making weapons and machines and all the things. And, has about 4,000 jobs out there, and then some contractor jobs on top of that. So it's big for our economy. So there was an announcement last week. Well, not an announcement. It's got out that the Doge cuts might be coming. So I reached out to Senator Nathaniel Moran's office, and I said, "Hey, what's the scuttlebutt on this?" On this Red River Army Depot. And so here's what he responded, or his people responded to me. To my knowledge, the Department of Defense has no current plans to close Red River Army Depot or relocate its operations, but I'm aware the Secretary of Defense has directed the Secretary of the Army to review and potentially consolidate operations across select depots, arsenals, and installations. Red River Army Depot is a component of both our national defense infrastructure and our economy of northeast Texas and neighboring states. I've been consistently engaged, and it goes on. Okay, I'm good with that. That's a very political response, and I'm okay with it, because here's what I voted for. I voted for efficiency. I voted for the Elon Musk to come in and show you where things aren't being efficient. Now, this is how I know I'll never run for office around here. It's not cool to say, hey, there's a bunch of waste at the Red River Army Depot. We have all in this area know somebody's like, oh man, I don't hardly do anything out there. Now, I'm not saying what they make isn't quality, but I'm saying there's billions of dollars of waste in our Army Depot. I'm saying that if you talk to any of the past IGs from out there, they will tell you, if they're being honest, that there's billions of dollars of waste out there, that there's just metal and machines rotting down out there, that there's just bunkers not used, that there are people playing cards and dominoes. We know that's the case. At least we know that through what we've been told by people that work there. Now, am I for all these people losing their jobs? No. Also, I'm not allowed to play cards and dominoes all day at my job. I'm not allowed to have billions of dollars of anything, much less waste. So, am I for the Army Depot being shut down? No. I understand it's essential to our economy. However, we need it to be efficient. We need it to be making money, progressing. We need not to waste. So, am I sure there could be some paring down? Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just bloated. Now, here's the deal. We see on different news websites around here, all representatives flocking. Oh, we're gonna save the depot, and our Chamber of Commerce is gonna save the depot, and everybody. That's what happens everywhere in the country with their thing. It's always easier to say, yeah, Donald Trump, go cut government over there, but don't touch our stuff. We're important. That's the thing. Inherently, people are selfish. I'm selfish, you're selfish, and maybe to what degree could differ, but we're all selfish. Yeah, we want to cut. We want to be, go Elon Musk, go Doge, go this, go that, cut the government, cut spending. But when it comes to brass tacks, when the rubber hits the road, when whatever saying you want to put in there happens, nobody's for it in their hometown. It may not be a bad thing that the depot, slims up, trims up its operations. It may not be a bad thing that they become more efficient. Maybe if they do, they could get more work. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know enough people out there, and I've talked to enough people about this in the last week and a half. They're like, yeah, we could. I mean, now, would they ever say this? Would they ever tell somebody, oh yeah, we could be restructured. We could be streamlined. No. It's like everybody knows an old boy that worked for the highway department at some point that buried a truck under a highway when it was being built, or buried some equipment somewhere because they knew that they wouldn't get that same amount of equipment back. Well, that's not very efficient. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening at the Army depot. What I am saying is it's bloated. There's waste. That's what happens with the huge government. But you can't be for efficiency. You can't be for scaling back our government and then be against it in your hometown and for it everywhere, because everybody's against it in their hometown. Everybody's against it wherever they are. That's the trick. That's why it's not fun. That's why it's a hard message. That's why our Congress just put up this BS bill, without any Doge cuts. Now, do I think we ought to pass that bill? Yes. Then we've got to come back and put Doge cuts in, which was supposed to happen Monday, and Mike Johnson didn't put it to the floor. Because the people don't have the will. We want to cut it in your town. We don't want to cut it in our town. And then here's the deal. There's people in that town too. We've got to get real. We've got to get real very fast, or this country's over. $36 trillion in debt. Do I want the best weapons? Absolutely. Do I want to be able to manufacture them here in our country? Absolutely. Do I want to be the biggest, baddest military in the world? You bet your tail I do. Do I want all the freedom we can get? Yes. Do I want as little government interference? Also yes. Do I want less taxation? Yes. I want all these things. But to get there, we have to be real about the money we're spending. We have to be real about what the cost is to us, both current and future. But everybody flying in and coming in and acting like a hero because all of a sudden they're for the depot. We're going to save the depot. Well, it's easy to cover everything else and nobody's happy with when you rally the community around one thing. Oh, you didn't represent us in Congress. Oh, yeah, but we're going to save the depot. Oh, I don't like what the county's doing. Oh, yeah, but we're going to save the depot. Oh, I don't like how your votes were in the state house. Yeah, but we're going to save the depot. Oh, I don't like what the city's doing. Oh, yeah, but we're going to save the depot. Hold up. Nobody was worried about my family's businesses when we got shut down for COVID for 8 weeks. Nobody was like, we're going to save the Ratliff businesses, except for the Ratliffs. Right? Nobody's worried about it on days that I'm sick and can't go to work. I don't have any sick time, and that's by choice. I'm not mad about it. Oh, we're going to save Zach's job. No, Zach's got it because he's with Jesus. Zach may not have it, but Jesus does. We're going to save the depot, and it's going to make everything we've screwed up better because we fought for the depot, and you need me. That's the politician, right? You need me to say, I don't know. I voted not to. I voted for efficiency. I voted for cuts, even though I knew they were going to be painful. And I knew they were going to be painful over there in a different city, and I knew they were going to be painful here. That's the joke. Everybody's acting surprised this has happened. This is what I thought we were voting for. This is where I thought we would be. I don't see a problem with it at all. Do I want it shut? No. Do I want it to be as efficient as possible and to operate like a well-oiled machine? 100%. 100%. So, to do that, yeah, we're going to get some cuts. But all these politicians running around like, oh, we're going to save the depot, and then it's just a CYA operation. Yeah, I didn't get what you wanted in the State House. I voted with the Democrats. Yeah, I didn't do what you wanted on the city council. I didn't get the panhandlers off the street. Right? Wherever it may be. Yeah, on the Arkansas side, I allowed the deforestation of our national forest, but I'm a forest person, so I understand it. Right? Go look at these statements. You'll know who I'm talking about. But I save the depot because I'm for the people. No, you're not for the people. If you were for the people, you would come in and make it cut, make it efficient. Does it suck for those 4,000 people? Yeah. Will it affect our economy? Yeah. I've got a listener of the show who their family, contracts out there. It would impact them. Could we all find a way? Yeah. Well, we could find a way. A person I'm friends with that goes to the Patriot meetings, it would directly affect them. Could we find a way? Yeah. Take your skill set. It's not easy. Nobody guaranteed equity. That's what we keep saying, right? We can't guarantee equity. We can guarantee opportunity. Cut this government. Create private jobs. Take away regulations. Get this economy rolling, and we'll be able to absorb those jobs. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Toot, toot, that's me honking my horn. We saw this coming. This is what I voted for. Every day, all of us, no matter what, have a budget we have to live off of. And we have to operate inside it. If you can get out of the bounds of it sometimes, but you pay for it later. That's where our country is. That's where our government needs to be. So yeah, it's tough. I don't want anybody to lose their job. But do I want you to lose your job or lose the country? Lose that job. You can create a job. You can take your skill set and go be valuable somewhere else. We have to focus on the fiscal responsibility of this country. So, and I know, by saying this, in this town, yeah, I can never run for office. However, my job is to speak boldly. To tell the truth. This is what we knew we needed. Here we are. And, side note, maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe they're able to make some adjustments. Maybe they're able to pare it down. Maybe they're able to streamline it. Maybe they're able to come in and regroup. Okay, let's do that. I don't want 4,000 people to get laid off. Also, our metro area here in Texarkana is 100,000 plus now. Now, do those, 4,000 to 6,000 jobs affect everyone else? Yeah. Yeah, they do. They say, oh, we're the largest employer. Well, I would guess that the school system is a large employer. Walmart, Inc., with all the Walmarts here, are a large employer. Each little business is a large employer when you put them together. They are also important, and they can't just operate willy-nilly, as you say. It's going to be tough. That's what Donald Trump said. That's what we all knew, I thought. But don't let all these people who haven't done your will, who haven't done what you wanted down in Austin or up in Little Rock or in Washington, D.C. or downtown Texarkana at the City Hall, well, they have ignored you this whole time. They've refused to, but they're going to save the depot, so they're your friend. No. I'm not here for the dog and pony show. I'm here for what comes out of the garden after you work it. But we got to do the work. All right, let's get into some news articles. We just needed to start with that. It's just, Lee. Just gets all over me, All right, here we go. FBI Director Kash Patel. I'm not sure if this is real or not. I think it is. Let's see what his check mark is. Oh yeah, great check mark. This is verified. Okay. This is on X.com. I can confirm that the FBI arrested a Chinese national within the United States who allegedly smuggled a dangerous biological pathogen into the country. What? Who would have thought that they're at war with us? And guess where they work? A U.S. university, the University of Michigan. Who would have thought that people that hate us and are at war with us would bring in deadly pathogens to destroy our crops? We are at war. We've got one guy over the weekend setting Jewish people on fire because he wants to free Palestine and he thinks that we're evil. We've got another country that's sending biological pathogens in because they want to destroy us, because they want to rule the world. Yet here we are worrying about who you date. Worrying about quote-unquote climate change that isn't even man-made. It's been disproven. There's more ice now in Antarctica than ever before. We're so distracted by everything else, we're losing our country. We can't even decide how much money to spend or who's wasteful. But yet these countries, their number one goal is to destroy us. Their number one goal is to eradicate us from the face of the earth. Everyone in the country is at war with us, but we can't say mean things about them. It's hateful. It's racist. It's homophobic. You hate puppies. Whatever it is, you hate old people. Yeah, you hate babies unless you're for abortion, and then you do it because you love them. The whole world is against us because we were founded based on the belief in the Bible, because we were founded standing for Jesus. That's what we have to get back. All of this solves itself if we say, hey, God, we're sorry. Put us back together. Maybe that's what's happening. I pray every day it is. But we have to be real about our situation. The whole world's coming against us, and we're just sitting here fighting about the dumb stuff. Then you go to Politico.com and talking about Elon Musk, just hammering the lawmakers about how there's no Doge cuts in the bill. Good for him. But that you can do that when you're a Republican. You can come out against the party and say the things that need to be said. That's why he's no longer a Democrat, because he tried that and they burned him to the ground. And we're going to watch the Republican establishment try to burn him too. Don't let them. We need a voice saying, hey, you didn't do anything I found. You didn't do anything that represents us. It's just wild. It's a wild world. And I'm sure we'll have some local stations around here trying to say how good these people are doing for the depot and good for this. Hey, look, I'm worried about our country. Let's do that. Here's what Elon Musk said. He said, I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on you who voted for it. You know you did wrong. There you go. there you go. And he's got the money and not enough social couth to say it. So I'm good with it. Let's see. This says deflation. They're the only notes I have. Swiss inflation turns negative for the first time in 4 years. Yeah, good. Inflation's falling around the world. Other nations are cutting their interest rate. We should do the same. If the Fed would cut our rate, our markets would blow up. This economy would roar back to life, and it would especially be good for me in the real estate business. I was asking someone yesterday. I said, "Is Jerome Powell doing this because he doesn't like Trump?" And I think the answer is yes. And they didn't. And this was an intelligent person. They're like, "No, I don't think so." I'm like, "Okay, maybe not," because I can get too partisan. I can let everything like, "Oh, they're just doing this to prove a point," and I get that. So I have to talk to people that kind of check me to make sure that. Kind of keep me honest. Here's another one from Ian Yeager. Elon Musk has pledged to fire all politicians who betrayed the American people. That's exactly right. Every rhino, let's primary them. Let's go get them. It's not supposed to be a lifelong deal anyway. Let's go get them. I'm looking out the window and I just saw somebody park ridiculously close to my truck. Well, real life here. I'm like, why do you have to park that close? Golly, I just don't get it. Whole driving in Texarkana thing, it's just a wild deal. This lady. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the show. I don't need to start commenting on the fact that this lady can't park. Let's see. Here we go. Inflation. Oh, yeah. So this is from Rapid Response 47 on X.com. It says, inflation is going up, and it has picture of Hakeem Jeffries. No, it's not. It's the lowest it's been in 4 years. Cost of living are going up. No, it's not. See, the Democrats are continuing to lie to us because they don't know anything else. They don't have any original ideas. We have to stick to what we know. We have to know that being more efficient for our government is good. We have to know that the plan that we voted for is going to work, even when it hurts at home. Everyone's trying to scare us into caving against Donald Trump. Everyone's trying to scare us against caving against fiscal responsibility. We can't lose focus. But here's the good news, everyone. Jesus still sits at the right hand of God. You can still get to heaven. And in the end, good wins. And that should bring you hope for the day and for tomorrow. And so I hope God blesses each and every one of you today. And come back and we'll do it all again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.